Okay, I think the next room is ready. So everyone give it up for Derek here.
All right, hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm here.
All right, good luck. Clap.
All right, awesome. So this is Lego Bionicle Tales of the Tohunga. Who's ready for some Bionicles in chat? So yeah, this is Tales of the Tohunga, also known as Quest for the Toa, also known as just Lego Bionicle, depending on your region and when you bought the game. The game's got a lot of names, but we're not going to worry about that right now. This game is jam-packed full of just crazy shenanigans, so don't blink or you'll miss it. I'm just going to get right into it, so get ready to start the timer. In 3, 2, 1, go. So, starting off here is just the tutorial level, so there's not going to be too terribly much going on right now, so I can just sort of explain some stuff about the run here. So this is a 2001 GBA game developed by Sapphire for the Lego Bionicle toy line, and it is an early isometric platformer run and gun kind of things, and there are some very interesting things about this game, as you're going to see, so stay tuned here. First off here, this is a curve jump. This is something that is normally task only, but we can do it RTA with a pause buffer, and we do that to skip those sections where you have to like use those turtles as stepping stones. That's really slow, so we just, don't. And these boulders are really finicky, and I'm going to have to mess with them a lot, and it's really annoying. So, yeah, so that was the tutorial level, basically, and things are about to go really off the rails. I'm going to explain a glitch called throw swap now, and throw swap is a glitch that essentially gives us infinite ammo in the most powerful weapon in the game. In this game, you can have two weapons equipped at the same time, one on the L button and one on the R button. If you have two different weapons equipped and you press L and then R quickly, you will use your L button's ammo to fire your R button's weapon. And you can do that even when you have no ammo in the R button's weapon, like we do with the explosive fruit right here. So the explosive fruit, which is the most powerful weapon in the game, we now have 150 ammo for that weapon, and we are supposed to have 0 ammo for that weapon. You're not even supposed to have it at this point in the game. So this has some interesting consequences, like letting us one-shot most things in the game. The exceptions to that are most bosses, although there is a boss coming up here at the end of this room that we're actually going to be able to one-shot at the very end, because they didn't really think to make that boss immune to the explosive fruit, because you're not even supposed to have it at this point in the game. So we can just, one-shot it, and it normally takes like 5 shots, and it's really slow, and it spawns a bunch of like little minions, and it's really annoying. Also, you can bonk on the wall here, and that makes it so you don't take damage from that boulder, and it's also the fastest way to get through there. I appreciate the copy pasta in the chat right now, by the way. That is an A+ copy pasta. So basically right here, we're getting ready for this boss right here, and there we go. I threw another one just to be safe there, but yeah, we one-shotted it. And also, shout-outs to Memory. She made the task for this game and found pretty much every glitch in this game that we use. There's maybe 1 or 2 exceptions, but the rest of it is entirely her findings, so yeah, shout-outs to her. So we just picked up the grapple launcher, and it is the most broken thing in the entire game, and the first thing we're going to do is not use it, because this trick coming up here is called grappleless, and it's what it sounds like. We're supposed to use the grapple right here, but instead, this is a little bit faster and a little bit more consistent. But stay tuned. After this room, this weapon, the grapple launcher, I'm going to pick that up for safety, that weapon, the grapple launcher, is going to break this game in half. Yeah. I'll start explaining that now, actually. So, you can, like I said before, you can have 2 weapons equipped, one on L, one on R, but that also means that you can have the grapple launcher equipped on both L and R at the same time. The game doesn't stop you from doing that. And if you do that, and if you activate the grapple launcher while you're currently being pulled by the grapple launcher, you can do some very interesting things. Also, all minigames in this game, you can just quit, because quitting counts as winning. Good life values from Lego. Okay, so setting up for an extended grapple right here. So yeah, that's what happens if you use a grapple while you're already being pulled by the grapple. We just skipped a level by doing that, and now we're going to skip another level by doing that. And this one's a bit trickier because you have to sort of stop on a dime here. and then do a little curve version there. Also here, we're going to skip 2 levels by doing this. You can basically just short hop along the edge of any screen, whether it's like over water, over lava, over a bottomless pit, whatever. It's all standable ground, and you don't bonk because you are short hopping to it. So that just skipped 2 levels because we went around the guy that doesn't move out of the way until you do 2 levels. So, yeah. Now we're going to abuse a property of the grapple launcher where if you spawn a text box while being pulled by the grapple launcher like that, you essentially get put in the state where you can't bonk on anything. So you're just building up speed against this wall, and we're going to start zipping through walls like that. So this is going to send us, hopefully, to the very end of the level. Perfect. Okay, that was a little wonky, but we're fine. The scary thing about throw swap is that you can hit yourself with splash damage, and it's a lot of damage. So I'm going to try to do that as little as possible. Alright, so yeah, we skipped a level by doing that zip here. This is actually going to be the, really the last level of the game that we do as intended. So if there are any donations, now is, the only time in the run you're going to have for this, so.
Okay, I can squeeze in then. We have a $3.38 donation from Epici. Look at the donation total now. Yes, it's at $2,964.20.
Nice.
That's pretty close to 3,000.
All right, cool. So coming up here is going to be the bug boss. The bugs are not the boss, but the bugs are going to try to prevent us from killing the boss, and so really the bugs are the boss. Don't worry about it. So basically we have to dig under these little dots on the ground, and there's 5 of them, and the bugs are going to try to get in the way. So we're going to kill just enough of the bugs to make them not get in the way. So these are what these dots look like. This isn't the room, it's the next room. Oh boy. There we go. That was a little wonky, but we're fine. Alright, so let's kill some of these bugs here. Hello? Sorry, I'm focusing a little bit here because this room gets very difficult if you don't do this right. Also, this is much harder than it looks because the bugs, you can't hit them while they're, you can only hit them while they're running towards you. You can't hit them while they're burrowing underground or coming out of the ground. So that was the bug boss. We just picked up a health container, which increases our maximum health, making things a little bit safer from here on out. And here we're going to do another one of those zip tricks. But this one is a little bit different. Instead of getting pulled into an item to spawn a text box, we're actually going to throw a fruit at the item to pick it up here. So just like that. Perfect. Now we're building up speed against this wall. And we are through. So that sends us to the very end of this level right here, where we're going to fight a boss. I just picked up the wrong item in the inventory. That's fine. So we're going to fight the scorpion boss. The scorpion boss is just really annoying because you can take a lot of damage, and it's kind of random. So you just have to get the scorpion stuck on a boulder like that, and then again, and hopefully I don't take too much damage from this other enemy up here. There we go. And so that was Pokoro. So we're going to do another minigame right here where we can just quit because quitting counts as winning. Perfect, perfect. And then we're going to set up a very small extended grapple right here because it's a little faster than doing that room as intended. And then we're going to get ready for another minigame here that we are totally going to do as intended, legitimately, no problems whatsoever. Also, this room's really finicky. Just kidding, we actually quit because quitting counts as winning. So here we're going to pick up the ice pick, and the ice pick is going to come in very handy at the very end of the run. So stay tuned for that. And here we're going to do another one of these little glitches here where you can just sort of like short hop along the edge of the room because this is all standable ground. So that just skipped 2 levels right there. And we skipped another one because quitting counts as winning. And here, this is a little faster than doing this room as intended. So don't worry about that. Here we're going to kill this enemy coming up here, and we're going to hope that it drops health, because it'll make, it did not. It would have made the next few levels a little easier, or a little safer. Actually, what I'm going to do here is coming up here into the more difficult part of the game, I'm actually going to Death Abuse, because that'll get me some more health back, and it'll just make things a bit safer for the marathon. Also, I'm going to reset this room because I did not set that up right. Here is another thing that's going to skip 2 levels. Basically, that wall is set up in the perfect spot where you can just sort of do that, and it's just a big coincidence that that's standable ground that's like perfectly set up like that. These ostriches are random, and this one is in like the worst spot right now. I also forgot to death beast, so I may have to redo this room if I die. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna have to redo this room. That sucks. Yeah, that's what happens when you forget to do things you're gonna say, or you say that you're gonna do. Ostrich, do you want to get out of the way? Yeah, those ostriches will basically knock you over and often into lava, and that's not fun. So let's do that level again, and this time not die. I guess you could call that a death abuse right there, what we just experienced. Alright, so coming up here, we're going to pick up a lava board, because heck yeah, and the lava board is really finicky and awful, and it doesn't go in the direction that you're pressing. So you'll see me like moving in a direction, and that's not actually the way that I'm pressing. Also, that skips 2 levels right there, what I just did. Alright, so lava board, it's fun to look at, but yeah, it's just awful to control. So I'm going to focus a little bit here to make sure I can do this level correctly without losing too much health, because 3 dots of health right here is a little scary. It's not the worst thing in the world. Now it's a bit more scary because I took a hit right there. But as long as the ostriches cooperate, we should be pretty fine. Worst case scenario, I just have to redo the level. And that does suck if you have to redo the level, but yeah. There we go. No ostriches, no ostriches. No ostriches, no ostriches. No ostriches. That looks promising. Alright, let's get in there. Nice, nice. So, for this room here, we have to push these boulders onto switches, and we have to use the ice pick to create these little platforms for them, or passageways, or just little pools of solidified lava, I guess. And it's really finicky, and the boulders are awful, and the ice pick is awful as well. It's very, very precise. So I'm going to start explaining the very end of the run, because yes, we are at the end of the run right now. I hope you didn't miss it. So coming up here is a mini game, and this is actually the one mini game in the run that you cannot skip. You can't quit out of it. And I'm going to attempt to do a frame perfect trick to make myself invincible during it. Basically, the minigame is awful. It's very RNG. It's just RNG hell, really. It throws a bunch of obstacles at you, and often on top of you. It's entirely random, and you're given no reaction time. So I'm going to focus here and try to do a frame perfect trick to skip the minigame. It's not really skipping it. It's just making yourself invincible. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to focus here while I work on this. I also have to do this stupid little thing to grab an ostrich here. Don't worry about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I missed it, so I have to just sort of guess here to grab the ostrich. Oh, come on. This is not the frame perfect trick. This is the easy part. I did not get it, so I have to do the minigame as intended. Get ready on time. If I make it through the minigame, if I get lucky and don't die, then I will call time at the end. But just get ready. I'm going to focus here a little bit because I have to react very quickly to these things popping up in front of me. Oh, come on. Oh, that is... Whoa, that is... Okay, that is one of the worst patterns I've ever seen there. And time. Alright. That was Bionicle, Tales of the Tohunga. Wow. I think I actually got hit there at the very end. I think I got hit because I think the sprite changed there at the very end to the sprite that happens when you get hit, but it was at the very end, so the game faded out anyway and continued with it. So that is Lego Bionicle Tales of the Tohunga. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, special shouts out to Memory, because she made the task and found all of the insane glitches in this game, and this is why this game is both as short of a speedrun as it is, and why the game is fun to speedrun, really, because playing this game casually is, oh boy. Yeah, so, yeah, I think that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks everyone for giving your donations here for Direct Relief. They are doing a lot of really good work, and continue to keep those donations up. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, if you want to find me on Twitch, you can just go to bionicle.church. That redirects to my Twitch page, so be sure to check that out. Just bionicle.church. Bionicle.church, and you can find me there. I do a lot of live streams, Bionicle speedruns, both this one and other ones, so definitely catch me there. All right, thanks everyone.
That run got me in tears. Wow, that was something magical. As Derek said here, please do donate to support Direct Relief during this situation. As everything let me fix reading. On the page, everything is contracting. Direct Relief is expanding its coronavirus response efforts through the large-scale provision of PPE and other medical essentials. So yeah, please do donate to this help during this situation. And if you do donate and want to put it to something a little bit interesting, how about this next run that's coming up? You can tip the scales, maybe. It's gonna be something. The tip scales to the color of Kirby you want to see in this. As Snow is in the lead, it has $100 on it, and the closest one is orange with $10.69. Oh, I see. So if you want to tip the scales, you can try, but you never know. So yeah, please do donate to this, and enjoy the wait for the next run.